Hi, this is Steve Feaster with your Total Lean Challenge with GNC. We're still in phase 3, moving on to lower body. This is our second week of phase 3, so we're really getting ramped up. Now, today's lower body workout is going to be supersetting again. That means you don't take any break between movements, but after those 2 movements are done, you can take 60 seconds break before having to go through it again. Anything that's 6 to 8 repetitions, we want to use a heavier weight. If it's more than that, if it's 8 to 15 reps, pick a moderate weight, something you can accomplish that's a moderate resistance. Now keep this in mind though, going through 4 rounds or 3 rounds of these supersets, you're going to fatigue relatively fast. So what might usually be heavy might really feel overwhelming. Let's get started. The first superset we're going to do is a front squat followed by a single leg straight leg deadlift. So when we get to the single leg deadlifts, we need to do both sides for 6 to 8 repetitions. Front squat, fantastic exercise for the quadriceps as well as the core. But to do it properly, it takes a lot of flexibility and core strength. So follow me through. First, we get the bar up onto the rack position, and our elbows should be able to maintain straight ahead. They should stay horizontal to the ground while the bar rests on our deltoids. Now, everything else is just a regular squat. My head is in neutral. I descend down, not letting my knees go in front of my toes, and I push out of it. Now, you might have a little flexibility issue with your wrists. If that happens, you can cross your arms with this, or you could perhaps use some dumbbells, anything over the shoulders. It's still going to give you that same feel. Moving into straight leg deadlifts, 6 to 8 repetitions. We're trying to load up the gluteals. I like to put a foot back on the box. That's going to give my body a feeling of where it is in space. Sometimes if just letting that leg out here, balance becomes an issue. So my spine stays straight. I hinge just from the hip down, slight bend in that forward leg. 6 to 8 repetitions and come all the way back up. Nice and tall. Keeping my tummy tight, trying to work that area of the hamstring and the gluteal. Then you do the other side for 6 to 8, and then you can rest for 60 seconds. So front squats for 6 to 8, straight leg deadlifts both sides, single leg, both sides, 6 to 8. Then you can take a break. We need to do this 3 more times for a total of 4 rounds. Let's get ready for our next couplet. The next superset is going to be rear lunges, 10 to 12 rear lunges followed by 12 to 15 side lunges. The rear lunges, you're going to be able to accommodate a little more weight, but again, we want to keep the resistance moderate, so I'm going to use 30-pound dumbbells for my rear lunges. Side lunges are a difficult exercise, so I'm going to use 1 dumbbell. I'm going to hold it in the hand that stays in the middle, and I'm going to try to get 12 to 15 repetitions of those. We do those back to back for 3 rounds with 60 seconds between rounds. Looks like this. Reverse lunges, you descend down. Don't let that forward knee go over your toe. I like to alternate each time, focusing on the glute and the quad on the forward leg. My stomach is in tight, I stay up nice and tall. 10 to 12 repetitions. Then we move on to side lunges for 12 to 15 repetitions. You can alternate this one as well. Step to the side and up and side. Keep those hips nice and square, body is erect, and shift over. Flexibility may become an issue on the inner part of the thigh. Again though, do not let that knee go in front of the toe and descend down as you come up. Push off that outward leg. That's what's going to load up the glute and the quad. After 12 to 15 repetitions of that, take 60 seconds break, 2 more rounds. All right, we have 3 rounds of this last superset. We're going to be focusing on the gluteals and some posterior chain muscles. Muscles that extend our hip. We got to make sure that we set up properly so we can get that done. So I'm going to use a chair and I have a resistance band. The resistance band is going to be attached to an ankle strap that I've donned around my ankle. Now the chair is here for balance, but it's also here to prevent me from bending forward. I also have a box set up that I can immediately move to calf raises. First things first, 10 to 12 repetitions of kickbacks. Keep my body upright, extend back. I want to make sure that I'm just using my gluteal muscles. Straight back. Try not to lean forward and kick. Stay up and squeeze. 10 to 12 repetitions. Then we'll do the other side immediately. We'll take the ankle strap off and we move to calf raises. 12 to 15 repetitions. Squeezing all the way up and down. You can also do these seated calf raises with weights. If you have gym equipment, then feel free to use the equipment you have at your disposal. I'm gonna do mine standing because it's easier to get these done on a stair or a book at home. This superset is meant to be done for 3 rounds. Now I can rest 60 seconds. If I don't need that rest, don't take it. This wasn't one that really involved a lot of large muscle groups done with a real powerful or a lot of intensity. So this one I can go straight back into, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with my opposite leg this time. And I start my gluteal extension or my kick back. Do both legs, 10 to 12 reps. Then go back to your calf raises, whether you do them seated or standing, for 10 to 15 repetitions. That's your lower body workout for today. Good supersetting, guys. That was 3 different supersets. We hit the body at a bunch of different angles. That's gonna help tone those glutes, tone those quads, give you really fantastic looking hamstrings. All right, we need all this to stay totally lean.